What's this? Ender on time for once? A rarity, I know. But welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. I am, of course, keeping the promise that I had made prior to switch up my avatar regularly for streams. But yeah, tonight we are going to be playing some more. Oh, I think my face is tracking properly. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're good. Some more Gundam Breaker 4. Hang on, is it? I think my blinks are tracking properly. I think. Hang on, let me clean off my glasses real quick. Alright, there we go. We should be good. But, yeah. So, I have completed the game at this point. I have finished all 7 chapters of the story mode, with all S ranks on my first try as well. I'm him. And yeah, we're gonna be doing the quest mode tonight, which is the mode that's comes after the, it's like the side mode with all the other missions and everything that aren't part of, like, main story progression. I don't know how many of the side missions there are, but hey, we'll see. And since I'm here, I might as well show off the main mobile suit that I've been rocking recently. You might have seen that I did the box art render for this one. I might have to go back and do that box art render again, because to be honest, it really didn't do this unit justice. But anyways, this unit, as I've taken to calling it, is the Gundam Ferrum Lupus, or Blade Rabbit in Latin, aka Blade Rabbit in Pretentious. I just now realized, why the hell is the tail so detached from the main body? Hang on, I need to fix this. What the hell? How did I never notice that? Probably because the background's blue. There we go, much better. But yeah, this is the main unit I've been rocking for the end of the game. Oh, also I unlocked didn't realize I unlocked the last parts expansion slot. Let's slap this in there. But yeah, the main unit itself uses the Archie Gundam for the base on the head, Barbados Lupus Rex for the body, the Sinanju for the arms, the Susanoo for the legs, and Helios for the backpack. As for the weapons, it uses 2 of the Ryujinhan, which is a SD Gundam weapon that also has a matching pair of sabers, because it's like a gun sword. And then it's also got the 00 Gundam's GN shield. As for the optional parts, I've got the tail blade back there, Asdam leaders kind of tucked in where the round bits of the Susanoo's lower half would usually be. It's got the 2 blade antenna on top. I tried to make them look like rabbit ears. It's got a GN field generator somewhere in its chest. And then I put the luminescent armor just underneath the shoulder pads there, as you can see, because then it shines through the gaps in the Sinanju's armor and makes like a cool glowy effect. As for the weapon, as for the EX skills and everything, it's got the plasma beam cannon and the Setstet cannon for the burst action. It's got the Shiranui Urunyu, which is for the katanas that are part of the katanas that are part of the Susanoo's legs. The Trans Am, thanks to the Barbados chest piece. It's got armor repair, which is just standard. Tailblade, Beam Tonfa, GN Claw, Large Beam Sword, Shield Combo, Asdan Leader, and GN Field. But yeah, other than that, rest of the unit's pretty standard. And I'm glad that I've got the tail in a much nicer spot now. I don't know how it got so, like, far away from the main body like that. Oh well. But yeah, this was the unit that I ended up beating the game with. And here we are. So yeah, as mentioned previously, I'm going to be completely avoiding the story. This part here, for the purposes of tonight, does not exist. We are purely doing the quest missions. Alright, so let's start with mission 26. Main parts we get here are the Tall Geese 3 Endless Waltz version and the beam launcher. Seems good to me. And I'm guessing I have to clear all of the Chapter 6 quest missions before the Chapter 7 ones open up. Because I did clear the last chapter in the game, but I've only got up to Chapter 6 in terms of the quests. So I'm guessing more will open up. Bum, 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 bum. Man, I love how I designed the Ferrum Lepus. Just something about the little glowy bits just looks so nice.
Just try to keep up with me, okay?
Alrighty, let's see. Ooh, alright, I'm starting off with a special encounter already. Heavy Arms Endless Waltz. Bap, 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 bap. Get your ass back here, Heavy Arms. I'm not done with you yet. Bap, bap, bap. I said get your ass back here, Heavy Arms. There we go. Yeah, due to the fact that I was wrapped up in the story at the time that I had done this, the time that I unlocked these missions, I already, like, beat the game before I did the rest of these quests, so because of that, I am a tad bit over-leveled. But, ah well. Let's go off that Leo, activate Trans Am. Also, for those of you curious about the purpose of, like, the buffing abilities and everything in this game, when there's already, like, the Awaken mode and everything, the buff abilities mostly serve to increase your mobile suit's movement speed. Also, I said Trans Am when I meant to Leia Vignana, but yeah. They mostly serve to increase your mobile suit's your unit's movement speed. Not only their movement speed, but the attack speed as well. It even makes your guns fire faster, interestingly enough. Yeah, the EX skill transformations are meant for damage boosting. Letting you output a lot more damage a lot faster. Bap. Bap, bap, bap. Get your ass back here. Got him. Whoop. There we go. Hey, I was doing my awakening animation. Rude.
Really beat that thing?
We can, Tao. It's fine. Alright, let's gun these guys down. Did not mean to use that on him, but ah well, it's fine. Drowning in so many EX points at this point, I don't really need to be conservative. Bonk. Easy peasy, on to the next one.
Nice, let's keep it going.
Strong enemy
Oh, alright then. Already the Tallgeese 3 showing up. Satellite cannon! Yeah, the funny thing is usually the satellite cannon doesn't like directly kill the enemies, but it does blast off all of their limbs. Like it knocks off all their back armor, their arms, everything. So then it immediately lets you follow up, because one of the main mechanics of this is that if you manage to destroy your opponent's legs, whether through like direct focused fire to them, certain attacks, or otherwise, the unit's body will be left lying on the ground, and you can perform what is essentially like a finisher on them. It doesn't insta-kill them, but it does do a ton of damage to the point where you basically insta-kill them. So yeah, the satellite cannon just blows off all of the enemy's limbs, and then I can just walk over to them and shove a beam saber in their chest. It is what it is. Bop. Yeah, in terms of achievements for this game, I'm honestly doing pretty well, all things considered. I mean, after all, when the game is still new right now and people haven't really gotten, like, their gunpla hyper upgraded yet, I managed to sneakily get my hands on the Master Hunter achievement, which you get for doing, like, the pseudo PvP mode. The best way I can describe PvP in this game is it's like that gacha game style PvP, you know? The kind of PvP where you set up your team, but they're being controlled by an AI. So they're just fighting like an AI approximation of you. It's like how in most gacha games, they'll set you up against like an AI-controlled version of another person's team. Well, in this game, they set you up against an AI-controlled version of your gunpla, which is actually pretty cool. It's like a bounty system, so, you know, the more powerful enemies you defeat, the higher your own bounty gets, and you get, like, certain amounts of the in-game currency for defeating opponents, depending on the bounty and everything. But yeah, I got the, get more than 10k in, you select 3 bounty opponents at a time, so I got the, I got all the missions for the get 10k or more bounty in one round complete after my 3rd round of PvP, because I won the other 2 perfectly, so... But, yeah. Got that done early on before everybody has all their gunpla, like, extremely souped up, because that's what I've noticed when it comes to, like, these asymmetrical PvP type things. Unless you introduce bots to try and keep the lower levels balanced, more often than not, the longer a game goes on, the more difficult it is for the asymmetric PvP stuff to be fair. Also, how the hell did Death Sight not get its limbs blown off? Probably because it's doing the fucking active cloaking shtick. Yeah, the active cloaking doesn't actually make you invisible in this game, but it does mess up the auto tracking, which is probably... I mean, I don't know if it actually helps against the AI. I mean, it means the AI can't, like, auto-lock onto you with their bullets, which I suppose is helpful, but it just doesn't really feel like... It feels like an annoyance and a problem when you're an actual player, but when you're playing against the AI, it kind of feels like the AI just doesn't really care. I don't know, it's a cool ability and concept, and it might work better if the game had, like, proper PvP. But this game would be, like, hella unbalanced if it actually had real PvP. So I'm glad it doesn't.
Remember, good fighters rely on guts and grit.
You gotta have grit! in the words of Jack Atlas. Wait, is one of the... I heard a sound effect that sounded like the explosion, and I thought one of the I thought one of the fucking wing units activated the self-destruct switch. I was like, oh, all right, then that makes the boss fight easier. But no, it was just Epion activating. It was just Epion activating the zero system. I swear to God, those they sounded like the same fucking sound effect. Like, I thought Epion just blew itself up. Pew! Also, in case you're wondering, from what I've seen, the master grade parts don't really have any major DPS or stat differences compared to the high grade parts. So you don't have to, like, it's not mandatory for you to upgrade to master grade parts, which is nice. It's good that they don't like force you to upgrade to. It's good that they don't like force you to upgrade stuff, you know? Like, it's nice that you can just like exist with your original parts without having to like force yourself to upgrade to master grade parts. Alrighty, builder's rank 35. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see, lots of good equipment. All Gundam Wing themed equipment, of course. I forget, does the Wing Gundam's shield does come with both Vulcans and a shield combo. Interesting. I don't really see many of the shields in this game that have 2 skills. Neat. Alright, let's see. Anything unlock in the shop?
Hello there. The kits are this way.
Yeah, this is kind of what I have to do if I'm checking to see like what's unlocked in the shop, is I just kind of scroll up through here until the gray turns to like white, and if it does, then I scroll back down to find it and get it. Because I'm not really in the market for hunting for like super specific parts or anything, and these only give like the level 1s. It's more of an aesthetic thing, you know? Whenever I'm building custom Gunfly, and I like to know like all the options available to me so I can actually like try them on without having to grind up any specific parts. You know how it is. Right, nothing there. No builder's parts, no helmets or dioramas or anything. Alright, cool. Just wanted to double check.
This is the mission desk. Coming!
Alrighty, next up, mission 27. We get the laser anti-ship swords and the sword impulse Gundam parts. This is probably a bunch of Gundam seed units, I'd have to imagine. Hello, BB Gamer. I'm doing just fine. How are you doing? Bum.
Here we go.
Alrighty. Seems like I was spot on in my prediction. We are indeed going up against Gundam seed units this time. Ba-da-bap. There we go. Bonk, bonk. But yeah, resting after AJJ work, gonna play more GB4 myself. Nice. bop. Also, you guys want to know something strange that I noticed? All of the, when it comes to specifically, what I was gonna say, oh yeah, when it comes to specifically, the units from Gundam, the units from G Gundam in this game, they have all of the Shuffle Alliance except for Chibity. Yeah, Gundam Maxter just isn't in the game for some reason. They've got Domon, they've got Domon, they've got, Argo's Gundam, they've got, it's been a while since I watched G Gundam, but I don't exactly remember the names, but they've got the Dragon Gundam, they've got the Dragon Gundam, they got the French Gundam, they've got all of them. Yeah, they've also got Master Gundam, Nobel Gundam, like I mentioned earlier. Like, they have, like, pretty much all of the Shuffle Alliance suits from G Gundam, but no Gundam Maxter. No Boxer Boy. No funny American stereotype man. Like, I get it would probably be a pain in the butt, but I mean, they could have easily just made, like, the boxing glove shoulder pads into like builder's parts. Like, it's not like an actual genuine gripe. I'm like it's not like 0 out of 10, no Gundam Maxter, me Angie. It's like, no, I'm not that hurt by the inclusion, but it does suck that I don't get to include, like, any parts related to Chibity if I was going to make, like a Gunpla that's like a fusion of all the Shuffle Alliance members. Because I had toyed around with the idea, and I thought it would be pretty cool to make, like a Shuffle Alliance Gundam. Like a Gundam of all, like, the Shuffle Alliance members and everything. Called, like, the Royal Straight or something. Yeah, it just kind of sucks that we don't have absolutely all of them. But I am actually thinking about building a, because the girl that's in my party right now, she has, like, a completely custom gunpla that is unique to GB4. The Lincarnation, and it actually looks really cool. Like, look at that. That's, like, a really cool design, especially with the back, like, the back funnels, like the blade funnels on the back and everything. It kind of gives me, like, Pyra and Mithra vibes, funnily enough. But yeah, there are two versions of it. One for Lin and one for Lilin, and I really hope that you get to unlock the parts for it later on, because not only would I use that back binder on a lot of other units, because, I mean, it just looks really cool, but also it would be neat to kind of make, like, I kind of want to try making, like, a Nobel Gundam Mark II or something with, like, that back binder and maybe a few, like, upgraded parts. Because I've always liked the Nobel Gundam's design, so it would be cool to make, like, an upgraded version, like a souped-up version of it, you know? Especially since, after all the build series have had, like, a fuck ton of, like, remake and, like, build-specific versions of, like, the Burning Gundam and Shining Gundam. Like, I think there are, like, 4 of them at this point. Like, 2 different build protagonist characters used either used either Shining Gundam or God Gundam as a base for their mobile suit. Like, I've noticed that a lot of G Gundam units specifically tend to get used a lot in the build series when it comes to, like, specifically custom units. Like, just a personal observation. I suppose that's because everybody's always really enjoyed G Gundam, and I do too. It's not like the perfect series in the world. Sure, it does have its flaws, but I enjoy it at the end of the day. It's just silly fun. It's a lot more lighthearted than a lot of other Gundam series, and I honestly appreciate that. It's nice to have a bit of levity from space war crimes every once in a while. Not every Gundam series has to be Evangelion levels of edgy. Or, well, not edgy, more like depressing, but yeah. Seen a lot of Gundam anime since the original. Also, something that I kind of hope that Bandai does with this game, because they've shown that they're going to release, like, they've announced on Twitter recently they're going to release 3 kits for free after the game's release on the 6th, I believe. Those being the Mighty Strike Freedom and the 2 variants of the Gundam Calibarn. And one thing I really hope they do is I hope they space out the DLC so that the DLC is based around specifically new kits. Like, they add in a lot of, like, the older kits that were out before this game released as, like, free DLC. Or, like, the ones that can be reasonably included. And then they save the DLC slots for, like, specifically new kits. Like, for example, they save they save, like, the first DLC pack for, like, the upcoming kits from the live action Gundam series and the some of the other new ones. And then they save, like, some of the other kits, like the ones from Seed Freedom, for, like, free event content. Because, like, it would be really cool to get, like, new event missions and everything in addition to the DLC where they add stuff in. Now, I know this is wishful thinking, and Bandai probably aren't going to do this, but it would be really nice to get a lot more, like, ongoing free content, because one of the whole things about this game is that it is technically taking place in an MMO, so it would be nice to have a lot more, like, emphasis on stuff like clan missions and everything, as opposed to just, like, the standard game. I know Bandai aren't necessarily the best at dealing with, or at, like, managing MMOs, but it would be cool to see Bandai try to take a crack at making GB4 into, like, a proper MMO. Like, that'd be cool. Just imagine, like, clan missions and everything, where you're running it with, where you're, like, running it up against, like, the fucking narrative Gundam. That's another major one that's been missing from the game so far. I haven't seen any of the narrative Gundams, which really surprised me. It's like, where's narrative? I wanted to make an upgraded version of Narrative Gundam where it's like, it's the Narrative Gundam, but then has like a bunch of points from the new Gundam and the high new Gundam. Because the narrative, the whole lore around that unit is that it's the unit was like a testbed prototype for the new Gundam. Like, it was an early development version of the new Gundam before they got like the Psycho Frame info and everything from Char, so I always thought that it would be really cool to make a version of the new Gundam that has some of like the fin funnels and or a version of the narrative that has like the fin funnels and everything from the new Gundam. Like, that'd be really cool. And it would fit in really nice too, since the narrative's aesthetic would lend it very well to the aesthetics of the original new Gundam and even the high new. But for some reason, I just haven't seen narrative. I've seen the Phoenix, of course. I used its wings for like a Pale Rider custom build I did a while ago, where it was like a hybrid of the Unicorn mobile suits and the Pale Rider. Call it the Pale Unicorn. I honestly thought it was a really cool design. But yeah, it would be cool to see like Bandai do like regular event content that has like a tangible reward outside of just like, you know, a small bit of clout. Like, new mobile suits and everything being like event specific and whatnot would be cool. Like maybe they could do like time limited parts for like specific event content and then like release them again later on as like add-ons to the DLC. It's like, hey, this DLC also includes some of the event parts you might have missed or something like that. I don't know. Again, this is all like wishful thinking. I know Bandai sure as hell isn't going to do that. I mean, it would be really nice if they did, but we all know that Bandai probably won't. because it's Bandai and they don't really do MMOs, but it would be really cool to see this game do like a lot more with its with the multiplayer stuff that it has available right now. Because at the moment, it kind of feels like unless you're playing through the whole game with your friends, there's not really too much that you'd want to do multiplayer for outside of maybe like the harder difficulties. Missions themed around each of the series, that would be cool. Have like event missions themed around like each of the series with like specific like builder parts and everything related to those series. But yeah, I don't know. It's just there's a lot that I in the rare plastic parts to level up the rarities. Oh, I haven't really done any of the multiplayer in this game at the moment, and I was just kind of thinking of doing things solo for the night, but I absolutely plan on doing the multiplayer for this game at some point in the future. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam.
Here we go.
All right, let's see. What do we got for this mission? Ah, we got some SDs to start off with. All right, we're beating up the gremlins. We beating up the gremlins. On survival mode might be a good way to farm, keep getting bodied on the 30th wave. Oh yeah. Yeah, survival mode seems like the kind of thing that you'd have to clear with like a full party of 3 that kind of know what they're doing. Like, you'd need like a full party of 3 people with like specific, or at least like somewhat specific roles, because like, I don't think it's feasible to do that solo, especially during the one wave where you just immediately, as soon as you start, get ganked by units that just spam a fuck ton of blasters at you. I forget what wave it is, it's somewhere in like the late 20s, but yeah, that wave was annoying as fuck. Yeah, I'd just really like to see Bandai do more with the Gundam Breakers games, frankly, because, like, at the end of the day, Gundam Breakers is based around, like, the Gundam Build series and everything, which are meant to be, like, full-on MMOs. Like, they're full-on in-universe MMOs, so it would be cool if Bandai adopted a bit more of, like, an MMO setup for the Breakers games. Give us, like, more ongoing content, stuff like that, outside of just DLC. Like, regular event content and everything. Like, give us a reason to keep coming back to the games. This isn't like the early 2010s when every company ever was getting in on MMOs and then all, like, falling flat because they kept tripping over each other. Like, the only major MMOs around these days are Final Fantasy XIV and WoW. And I don't know how WoW is doing, but I know that a lot of people weren't exactly happy with the recent direction that 14 has taken. And I mean, I disagree. I personally enjoy Dawn Trail, but a lot of people weren't really a fan of Dawn Trail's story. So I'm just saying, from like a player enjoyment perspective, this could be the perfect time to turn GB4 into an MMO.
That should do it.
At least in my opinion, anyway. You know, kind of capitalize on the market, so to speak. But But yeah, I've been frankly very confused about what's going on with Final Fantasy XIV at the moment, because, like, it's been a very surprisingly mixed reception for Dawn Trail. Like, I kind of figured it was going to be like that, considering that Final Fantasy XIV right now is basically in the equivalent of, like, MCU Phase 4, Phase 5, or whatever it is. You know, like, the period of the MCU after the period of the MCU after Endgame, when they were trying to find their footing again and failing miserably. Now, granted, it's not nearly as bad as that. We haven't had like a full year of dogshit Disney Plus shows, and also the rare exception, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Like, it hasn't been that bad for Final Fantasy XIV, but it's definitely not what people were hoping for. Let's just put it that way. Well, not what some people were hoping for, at least. And quite frankly, I don't blame Wu Clement's voice actress for how her performance turned out. Because, like, I went and listened to some of the voice actress's other work, and she does good stuff from time to time. I forget specifically what characters she voices, but I watched, like, the VA sizzle reel she has, and she does good stuff. It's just, I think the problem was that she wasn't really given very good voice direction for the character. Because, like, when she's doing the cheery stuff, she can absolutely make Wu Clement sound like a very lovable goblin. A very lovable goober. But when they're trying to do, like, the more serious stuff, it just kind of, her performance just kind of falls flat. It's kind of sad to see. Like, I guarantee you, if Wu Clement had, like, better voice directing, not as many people would hate her as currently do. At least in my opinion, anyway. Like, some people have gone as far to fucking mod her character out of the game to the most of their abilities, and I'm like, bro, chill the fuck out. It's like, bro, chill the fuck out. Like, sure, Wu Clement isn't perfect, but she's far from the worst this series has ever had. Like, chill out. Jesus. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. I know I'm going on about, like, something random, but honestly, that is kind of what Gundam Breakers kind of devolves into when I'm trying to make commentary over it, because, like, we're just beating this shit out of Gunpla, so there's not really, like, much else for me to talk about, so I'm just kind of rambling at the screen in hopes that some people enjoy it. But yeah, I always knew that Dawn Trail was kind of going to be, like, in some regards, people weren't going to be happy with it, because at the end of the day, Dawn Trail is a transitionary period. We're going from one we're going from one major arc of Final Fantasy XIV to another. They introduced the concept of, like, the portal to, like, all the different reflections and everything, so that's likely going to be a major part of our exploration for the rest of the series, is traveling to the other reflections now that the fate of the source is no longer at stake. We're going to travel to other reflections, hijinks will ensue, yada yada, etc, etc. Etc. Other Final Fantasy references, you get the gist, but so, yeah. I do totally get where people are coming from, but I feel like everybody should temper their expectations at least a little bit better. That's just me. I mean, there's also the fact that the difficult content this tier isn't exactly what people were expecting. Like, sure, the raids were a bit tough when a lot of people were first doing them, and it's like, yeah, I totally see that. Like, the raids were definitely a bit difficult. Oh, when they first came out. But, like, the base raid specifically, the extremes weren't really too, like, difficult in terms of, like, figuring out brand new mechanics and everything. It was mostly just, like, repeating a lot of the stuff that they already learned. Plus, they also forgot to put fucking DPS checks on the raids. Whoopsie daisy, I guess. Like, seriously, how the fuck do you forget to put DPS checks in a fucking raid? My god. But yeah, just one of those little like observational things I noticed. Though I am curious to see how Yoshi P and the rest of 14's development team end up responding to all of the controversy and criticism surrounding Dawn Trail later down the line, because at the moment they have been like pretty radio silent about things. Radio silent about things, which I mean I suppose makes sense. They're probably trying to figure out their next move internally, so they haven't really said anything major outside of vague, this didn't live up to our expectations style statements.
Ready to rock.
But yeah, I'm honestly just curious how everything's going to end up panning out with 14. Like, the game's definitely not going to... We're not going to have to worry about the game going end of service. God, no. At the end of the day, everybody still bought the damn... At the end of the day, everybody still bought the damn expansion, so it's not like they're... It's not like Square is exactly hurting for money in that regard. Favorite Gundam so far? Ooh, that's a tough question. I'd probably have to say either Gundam 00 or one of the Exia variants. I tend to use a lot of parts from Gundam 00 in my builds. Like pretty much every single one of the units I built has either like a part from Exia or like the solar reactors or something on them. I just tend to use a lot of the parts from Gundam from O Gundam whenever I'm building my units. Just kind of a habit of mine I've noticed when it comes to my unit building. Ba-da-bop. I love how crazy fast this build is able to shred bosses. Alright, there we go.
We're in the groove.
Alrighty, which boss is next? I'm guessing it's probably the big Providence Gundam thing, right? Yep. The Providence Gundam T-Rex looking motherfucker.
Careful. This one's got
The Dongzhou Providence Gundam, that's it. Yeah, SD Gundam kind of has a weird thing going on with its, a lot of its units being themed after, like, there's an entire, like, SD Gundam series that's themed after, like, the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I think, which is definitely not a form of source material you'd expect for a Gundam series to draw from, specifically SD Gundam, which is usually, like, a very jokey kind of series, but, I mean, hey, it's fine. Though I do feel like a lot of the SD Gundam units from that series are like over-designed to hell. Like they have way too many like flashy gold adornments and shit on them. Like it kind of feels like a bit too over the top, you know? Like they feel a bit too excessive. It's why I stuck to mostly base SD Gundam kit parts whenever I was building my SD unit, because I didn't want it to turn into an over-designed mess. Because, like, it's already difficult enough fitting, like, very complex designed Gundams, like fucking Unicorn and everything, down into a decently small, down to a decently small unit. With like the SD size and everything, but then they slap like 1,000,001 gold adornments on it for like Chinese warlord helmets, and it's like, now you're just trying too hard. This looks like an over-designed this looks like over-designed garbage. What is this?
Its firepower and armor are crazy.
Anyway, speaking of over-designed nonsense, the Providence Gundam turned into a T-Rex for some reason. You can turn into a fucking T-Rex. What is this? What is this? Fucking Kamen Rider Revice? And before you ask, chat, no, I will not stop with the Kamen Rider references.
Let's go.
I insist on my right to make Kamen Rider references for stream commentary, and you can't stop me. Alright, get the awakening going. There we go. Battle complete. Nice.
We nailed that one.
Oh, it actually gave us the backpack. Like, the Providence Gundam backpack is actually pretty cool, like the Dongzo one specifically. I like the design of it with like the magma and everything on the back. It looks cool.
This is the coming.
Alrighty, quest number 30. This one is based on the... It's Recognista and G for this one, it looks like. After all, the S-rank parts are the G-Self Perfect pack.
Here we go.
Alrighty. Starting off this mission strong from the looks of things. Okay, I figured they didn't have enough units to do an entirely Recognista NG themed mission, since after all there's only like 3, maybe 4 Recognista NG units in the entire game. Because I remember there's the G-Self Atmospheric Escape Pack and Perfect Pack. Then there's the one mobile suit that the villain uses, I forget their name. And then there's like the Mac Knife, which I think is also from Recognista NG. And then that's it. I don't think they have like any of the basic units or anything. I do know that in some form of Gundam Extended Media, the G-Self Perfect Pack, the fucking Goblin unit, fights the, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the Goblin unit, G-Self Perfect Pack, fights a full rebuild of the Unicorn Gundam Phoenix and beats it, which feels a bit questionable to me, considering how powerful the original Phoenix was. Like, it was a full 1-to-1 recreation of the Phoenix. It was just edgier because it was black and red. And the G-Self Perfect Pack just beats it. And it's like, oh, alright then. Are they saying that canonically the G-Self Perfect Pack is stronger than the greatest Saikamu weapon known to man? Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't think that's accurate. Bop. Alright, bop. Hey, it's the Sinanju. It seems like this mission is just like generally spaced themed. So there's the GPO units. There's a lot of the units from Gundam Unicorn that I've seen so far. This seems like just a generally space-themed mission. At least from the looks of things, anyway. Bop. Bonk. Alrighty, who's next?
Can we?
Ooh, the G Gundam and the Full Armor Unicorn. Spicy, huh? Pew! That was so fucking satisfying, just seeing all of the millions of the Full Armor Unicorn's parts just fly off like that. And fly off in such a violent manner, too.
That should do it.
Like, it's not just that the parts came off the unit, they came off the unit in such a violent manner. Alright, we are sticking with the space theme. Nice. Ah, there's the G-Self Perfect Pack, the Gremlin themselves.
Mini boss, huh? Can't wait.
I gotta check out more of the G-Self Perfect Pack's parts, because I only ever used the backpack, and I only ever used it when I was building my Like my fusion of like the Shining Gundam and the G Self, I call the Shining Self. Or the Shining G, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the only, I used the head and yeah, there's the Mac knife unit that I mentioned earlier. Named that presumably because it has knives for legs. Yeah, it's not really too much of a repressive unit, huh? Let's see, we got the atmospheric pack. That's the villain unit that I was talking about. It's the, oh, what's his name? The Kabakali, that's his name. But yeah, there's just there's the G-Self, Perfect Pack, or the G-Self Atmospheric Escape and Perfect Packs, the Mac Knife, and the Kabakali. I think those are like the only units in this game from Recognista and G. Yeah, now we just moved on to Turn X. The fucking Dio mobile suit. Tornado Nissan! Or whatever the hell the voice line is. I don't remember it specifically. But I do know he sounds exactly like fucking Dio. I do know that you can get this unit's the Kawakali's shoulder plates as builder parts. Which is interesting. Like, I honestly just love how many builder parts they put in this game. Like, almost any identifiable feature from a mobile suit has been ripped off it and is able to be used as a, is ripped off it and is able to be used as a custom part, or as a builder part. Like, there's the fucking Gundam Double X's satellite cannons, there's, the fucking Kabakali's shoulder armor, like I mentioned. There's fucking, there's Barbados Lupus's head armor. Like, there's so many of the... Hell, you can even put, like, a whole fucking GN drive on your unit as a custom part. Yeah, they have the GN drives available as builder parts. You can put them on your unit. They let you use Trans Am. Just being able to put a whole fucking GN drive on your unit wherever you like is wild to me. But I honestly love the creativity. Like, it's clear that this is, like, definitely the most customization and, like, unit building freedom that we've gotten in any of the Gundam Builder titles. Or the Gundam Breaker titles. Like, it's clear that this is the most customization for the units, and people have been running wild with it, which is honestly really cool to see. It's cool to see people being so creative with the toolset the game offers. Oh, alright then, it's Funky Grandpa for the boss of this area. Huh. Bop. We're beating up Grandpa. Beating up the Funky Grandpa. Jesus Christ, they just stood there and face tanked it. Excuse me, Unicorn Gundam. That was very rude. I'm currently dealing with victory. You'll get your turn in a second. Alright, there we go. Now it's your turn, Unicorn. There we go. Bit of an anticlimactic finish, but what can you do?
Easy peasy.
You got the Pale Rider color set. Neat. Oh. Quest leader. Cleared all quest missions for 6 chapters. Is that all the quests? Surely not.
This is the coming.
No, that's all of them. Wait, really? Huh.
This is the mission. Welcome.
I've now cleared all of the missions. This feels anticlimactic.
This is
Like-
the mission desk.
Really? That's it? No big last hurrah? No Lincarnation
Welcome.
mobile suit? Nothing?
This way.
Nothing? Huh. Well, that's, it's kind of taking the wind out from under me for a... Kind of taking the wind out from under me a little bit, not gonna lie.
The builder's parts are this way.
I've bought everything for the shops, like... Is it tied to an achievement or something?
Heya.
Like... Eh... I'm confused. Hang on. I'm looking something up. Instead, buy or farm the parts and use derivation synthesis option. Derivation synthesis? Huh. Is that a feature? Wait, have I had this the whole time? What? Okay, hang on. There's some kind of special synthesis option. This has been here the whole time? Create a new remodeled part. Huh. I didn't know that was an option. Huh. I legit did not know you could do this. Huh. It seems like all the upgrades for the Derivision Synthesis are pretty straightforward. Like, they're all the units into, like, their upgraded counterparts and everything. At least from the looks of things, anyway. Like, you can turn all the age units into one another. All, like, the... You can pretty much turn, like, all the units into one another. What if I... Can you use, like, Derivision Synthesis on 00 Quant to get to fucking... Damn, no. It would have been really funny if you could use Derivision Synthesis on 00 Quant to get fucking 00 Riser. Or not 00 Riser, ELS Quant. Like, that would be really funny. But it doesn't look like you can. So, from what I read on based on the arcane information that I have acquired, if you do, yeah, you do it with the Mobile Doll May and the Providence Gundam parts, and then that's how you get your hands on the Lincarnation pieces. It's nice that you can still get them, but kind of feels a bit anticlimactic. Like, I expected it to be some big mission reward, not just, like, slapping the Mobile Doll May parts and Providence Gundam parts together. But, I mean, I'm getting the unit at the end of the day. Oh, wait, the Full Armor Double Zeta? Huh, it seems like there are some units that are exclusive to the Derivision Synthesis. At least I don't think you can get the Double Zeta through the regular story. Also, why the hell can Stargaze return to the G-Self Perfect pack? Weird. Yeah, it just feels a little bit, I don't know, anticlimactic. Eh. But hey, at least now I can make that unit idea that I had. Just need to do a little bit of synthesizing. Do I not have the Mobile Doll May right arms? Huh. Well, actually, no, wait. I can just make them. There we go. I may not have all of May's parts, but I do have all of, I was gonna say. Wait, where is it? Oh, wait, I had fucking... Yeah, I had the filtering on. Doy. I wonder if somebody's I'm sure somebody probably has. I'm gonna check to see if somebody's compiled a list of all the the mobile suit parts that are only available through Duravision synthesis. Oh, the Lincarnation and the Lil Incarnation are different parts. Interesting. Wait, can you do that with the other parts too? Derivation into Lil Incarnation, yeah. Their stats seem exactly the same. The stats seem exactly the same. I think the only thing that changes is just the color palette. Wait, does that mean you can't dye these pieces? That sucks. I hate that they give, like, they made, like, the mobile doll related parts unable to be dyed. Like, why would you do that? Like, I can't think of a good reason that the waifu parts wouldn't be dyeable. Like, why can't you paint them? Like, why can't you make them different colors? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyways. Mobile. There we go. Synthesize. Oh, no, wait, not synthesize. Derivation synthesis. Wait, that actually technically means that you could get Lincarnation, like, really early on in the game, huh? Let's see. But yeah, that's the main part thing that I was looking for, the backpacks of it, because it's got like the Dragoon system and everything. Alrighty, so let's use the unit that I've got here as a base. If I do, let's see. Let's see. Alright, so Lincarnation, equip with default colors. Remove all of the builder parts. Yeah, I saved this blueprint earlier, so it's fine. Damn, they really don't let you paint it, huh? That sucks. Like, this is such a generic part, too. Why the hell can't you dye it? Like, that would have looked really nice in purple. I hope that you can at least dye the backpack. Like, I'm gonna test this now. I swear to God, if they don't let you dye the backpack, I'm going to be infuriated. Okay, thank God, at least the backpack is dyeable. Like, seriously, that is a really damn nice looking backpack. Like, holy. But, okay, now let's actually do the thing that I was thinking of doing with this. Go with default colors. We're gonna build the Nobel Gundam revamp. Basically, I'm just putting the Nobel Gundam parts together, but I'm using the backpack from the Lincarnation. Let's see, Nobel. There we go. the legs. Ba-da-ba. Let's see. Nobel, there we go. Now, does Nobel Gundam already have a backpack? And if so, does it give any like specific skills? Because I don't know if it's perfectly okay for me to override the Nobel Gundam's original backpack. Like, does she have something important on there or anything? Let's see. Angale, New Gundam. Nope, doesn't look like it. It would appear that the Nobel Gundam does not in fact come with a backpack. Alright, cool. So it's free game. Let's see. Nobel Gundam doesn't really have a pre-established, like a specific pre-established ranged weapon, I believe. Like, if I take a look at the ranged options for G Gundam, I'm guessing I'm probably just gonna get a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, literally, the only ranged options are just the club-shaped beam rifles that the fucking, that the Dark Army use, so we're free reign to pick whatever, ranged weapons I think will suit the unit. Astaroth's ranged weapons are kind of nice. I could always do the obvious cop-out option and just go with the fucking, go with a beam magnum. That's usually my default option whenever I end up making like a new custom mobile suit. It's like, I have the option for a ranged weapon, but this unit doesn't have any ranged weapon established. What should I pick? The beam magnum staring at me in the corner like the fucking Green Goblin suit. It just stares at me like the fucking Green Goblin suit, and it's like, alright, fine, I'll use you. Well, what EX skills do we have currently? Actually, let me see. So, at the moment, we've got Burning Finger, the waist-high output beam cannon. I don't know if I'm going to equip that. The Dragoon, the Berserker system, and then the Assault Simulant, which doesn't really come with any special skills or anything. The Nobel Gundam's right arm notably has the Burning Finger, which is the important one. And other than that, in terms of actually, I could just do like, if I have enough damage on heal, I don't really need the EX heal skill, the armor repair skill, so honestly, fuck it. Waist high output, beam cannon, berserker system. Hell yeah. Just go full throttle, baby. Full throttle. But yeah, what would I do for the ranged weapon? I could try to do something with like a secondary skill. Do any of the guns even have secondary skills? Nope, only EX skills. Alright. Wait, some of the guns have fucking burst actions? Ah, right, the weird-ass SD Gundam fucking Dragon Bow has a burst action. I forgot about that. So weird that they gave that to a ranged weapon. Like, that's the only ranged weapon in the game with a burst action. Because it's a fucking SD Gundam unit. Let's see. What would be a good ranged weapon for her? We could give Nobel Gundam a fucking anti-material rifle. Or just a regular AR. The atomic bazooka! I don't think that's really necessary. There is, of course, the beam gatlings. I could do the beam gatling. I do specifically have 2 Unicorn Gundam Beam Gatlings, so yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's see. Scroll back up here. Beam G, Beam G, Beam G, Beam G, 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 G. No. Must resist urge to use Beam Magnum. Alright, and then as for the weapons, we have specifically the Beam Hoops. They're Nobel Gundam's unique weapons, and they're dual, I could do melee weapons, but I want to use the thing that the unique weapon that, she kind of uses, so, let's see, where are the Beam Hoops? At least I think they're the Beam Hoops anyway. Actually, I can just do this. Only whips. Master Cloth, G-Hammer, Graviton Hammer, Gundam Hammer. Let's see, Heat Rod, Anchor Type, Master Cloth, the Beam Ribbon, there it is. And then what should I do for the shield? For the op skills, we've got shield combo, beam hoop, and head Vulcan, so we don't really have many, options in terms of, melee abilities. I need something with a, something with an op skill, I think. There's the anti-shield Aegis, the DE armed armor. I don't think that one's really that necessary. The carrier beam shield could actually look pretty nice in Nobel Gundam colors. Though that one does come with a boomerang. She already has a boomerang, so I don't really think that... I think it would be a bit redundant to use another weapon that has a boomerang when Nobel's already got one herself. This kind of seems a bit redundant, you know? There's the various GN shields. Let's see. There is the Kyrios' Claw Shield. Though I kind of feel like I should use like a beam shield with like a passive ability, and then use like the... Because like, it's kind of a... It's the debate of whether or not I want something that's like... that looks cool, or something that's like canon accurate. Because if I'm just gonna hide the shield most of the time, then, you know, there's not really too much of a point to making it super flashy. Though I can actually make this a bit smaller. Make it fit the arm a bit better. Like, see, there we go, that looks nice. Like a little smaller, like a mini Mega Beam Shield. That looks nice. And then as for the builder parts, this is the part where we can really potentially kid her out with some nutty stuff, but I want to try to see what our options are. The Asdam leaders seem a bit too spiky for Nobel. Definitely not the double bazookas. She already has enough op skills, enough EX skills, so that's not really necessary. I could do a small rocket anchor on the other arm. Like, do a small-scale rocket anchor on the other arm. Like, yeah, that makes sense. You put a massive fucking traffic fin on her backpack. Laser anti-ship sword, not needed. She already has enough EX skills. You can just give a unit, any unit you like, fucking NTD with the armed armor XC? I mean, it makes sense, but like, good grief. You could just turn fucking anything into a new type destroyer. Alright, Keck. She looks so funny with the enhanced sensor unit. Look at this. I cannot see, I'm legally blind. Like, that's what I love about this game. They just give you, like, so much fucking customization with the op parts, and I absolutely love it. Like, you can make something absolutely diabolical. Nobel with a mustache. See, there are the obvious ones like the Mercury Levs. The combat knife could probably be small enough that it wouldn't really impact Nobel's overall design. I could give her the rail cannons. I mean, that's a pretty obvious inclusion. Like, just equip a pair of these and then scale them a little bit. Like, just equip a pair of these, make them a bit smaller. Adjust the location so they kind of rotate out a bit. Actually, Actually, what if I try putting them on, like, the smaller bump, like, down here? Like, attach them down here-ish. Like, let's see. Because I'm trying to remember how specifically these parts fold. Because, like, they gotta fold up a bit near the top because of how Strike Freedom is kind of built to utilize them. I could just stick them straight down onto the legs instead of the waist. Like, if I change the location to, like, the right leg. Like, adjust the position to the leg, lower him down a bit, rotate him slightly. Move him up a bit, like... Yeah, that works. That works. Alright, rotate him out a tiny bit. There we go. I'd say that looks good. Alrighty, what else can we put on her? The wing parts seem a bit unnecessary. Actually, are there any parts of Nobel's default equipment that I could justify swapping around? I'll answer. Works. Never before wanted to smash a Gundam so bad. Ah, yes, Nobel Gundam. One of the only female Gundams in the entire series. I could try to utilize some of Ariel's parts. Because, let's see. The body has the Berserker system, of course. There's the right arm, but then the left arm doesn't have anything special. So theoretically, if there's a similar part with a similar looking part with some abilities that are useful, I could try to slap it on there. Like, let's see. What does like, does the mobile doll May have anything, or like the Lincarnation? Lincarnation's arm comes with a beam shield and a saber, but it looks a bit too different from Nobel's base body for me to justify using it. Like, if I'm going to use it, I want to try to find an arm that's at least, like, a little bit similar, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want it to be, like, so distracting that it kind of takes away from Nobel's aesthetic. If I can't find anything that isn't, like, a direct one-to-one, like, or at least, like, somewhat similar to to Nobel's original arm, then I'll probably just scrap the idea and just stick with Nobel's parts. Let's see. Master Gundam definitely wouldn't fit. No, Mobile Doll May's arm is way too different. Alright, guess we're sticking with Nobel's arm. Alright, what other builder parts could we theoretically fit onto this unit? Specifically the ones that do have op skills. Let's see. I can put some small spikes on the unit, but that melee attack, from what I remember from the demo version of the game, was like very bad. What about the legs? I mean, the legs come with the beam hoop, and we already have twin rail cannons on the sides of the legs there. I do the large manipulator, but we already have the rocket anchor. Like, we've almost got something here. We just need like a few more builder's parts to really tie the whole thing together. Like, there is the combat knife. That one's definitely an option. The IFS unit I don't really think is a very good option, considering that it's fuck no. Let's see. We already put the rail cannons on there. The beam boomerangs could work. I just need to figure out where to put them. Let's see. There are the big rail cannons. I can't really fit a tail blade onto this unit, considering the back is already pretty heavily inundated with shit as it is. The katana... maybe. Heat saber I don't think fits. Drill seems a bit... I don't think I could fit the drill in there in any reasonable capacity. 200mm cannon, maybe. There's the beam machine guns on the shoulders, but I kind of feel like that defeats the point a little bit. Ooh, the tri-blades actually could be a really good part. Like, here, if I... Let's see. Like, I could totally, like, sneak this in up here. Like, if I do, like, rotate this 150. Adjust the position a bit. Yeah, the rotation controls on this part are so awkward. Let's see. Like, yeah, that seems good. Apply a bit of paint to it and it'll blend in just fine. Like, let's see, is there anything else that I realistically want to put on? Because if not, then I think I've got this all set up. I don't think Nobel Gundam could benefit from katanas. Like, I think... Actually... Actually, wait, hang on. I just had a brilliant idea. Hear me out on this one, chat. We make the high heels into drills. We make the high heels into retractable drills. That's quite possibly my stupidest idea. Gurren Lagann meets Bayonetta. Exactly! Actually, there is a really cool technique that I learned from Mako that you can try with the night visor that I want to see if I can do. Let's see. Da. There we go. Now she's got armor too. Actually, looking at it all as a whole, I think I kind of cooked here. Imagine if Armored Core had this much customization. Well, Armored Core also has PvP, so... There we go. I don't know why the Mega Beam Shield's scaling didn't take, but yeah. This looks good. Just gotta give it a proper paint job. Now, I believe I have Nobel's paint scheme. Let's see. Coloring, preset. No? Does Nobel Gundam not have... Oh, no, wait, there it is. Ah, wait, her color scheme doesn't come with an application for a backpack. I mean, that makes sense. Seems like I'm gonna have to do a little bit of customization myself. That's fine. Alright, so let's take the torso coloring. Alright, there we go. Now we use that to edit the backpack. First up, the glow color. Gotta set it to be like the chest medallion that Nobel has. And now the backpack. Let's see. Alright, what would look best here? I think blue on the outside would look nice. White for the interior there would look good. Let's see. I think maybe a red on the exterior here. Definitely white on the back attachments. Actually, what if I do this instead? There we go. That looks good. Coloring, da-da. No, not the green dye. The white. Make that glow the green. Cool, cool. The beam whips are perfectly fine. Those are already Nobel's default coloring. The shield. There we go. Alright, let's see. This builder's part seems fine. The leg parts also seem fine. These parts didn't get changed at all, strangely enough. Though we can easily fix that with a little bit of this and a little bit of this. Same thing for you. Give it a base coat of red. A nice blue for the tip of the blade. Now the drills we need to make red in order to match the heels. There we go. I'm gonna need to adjust the positioning of the heel drills a little bit. Should the drills be the only part of the unit that's like black at all? Because I feel like that would help it stand out a bit. Like give it a, well, no, actually, I think I'm gonna keep it red so that way it kind of fits in with the. Gonna keep it red so that way it fits in with the, blends into the heel a bit better. And then as for the grading there, yeah, that's still white. Well, I mean, I don't think any of these designs would look particularly good. I think I might just get rid of the grading entirely. Let's see. Nice detailing. Thanks. No, this looks good, saving 15% or more on. God damn it. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna remove this. I'm just gonna remove the visor. Didn't really do anything for the unit. Why is the shield back to normal size again? Game, why do you keep doing this to me? Oh yeah, I forgot the double satellite cannon's also an option. But that doesn't really fit very well with Nobel. You know what? Fuck it. No. There we go. That's good. All right, now just to adjust the positioning of the drill slightly. There we go. Perfect. We got perfect positioning of the drill stilettos. There we go. Nice. I think she looks good. Got all the op skills equipped, got the EX skills set up. Let's take her for a test run, see how she performs. The beam whip's actually, like, the beam whip's combo fucking perfectly into the drill feat. Like, hold up, this is actually tech. Alright, that's the wrong awakened skill. That actually looks sick. Hold up. No, this actually looks fucking sick. I made the sadist Gundam. Nobel Gundam is not the innocent girl that you knew from the world. Nobel Gundam is not the innocent girl you knew from the annual Gundam fight. She became a sadist in her later years. She became a bit of a dominatrix. She whips you, she speeds you with her heels, she grabs you and throws you to the ground. This is, literally just Dominatrix Gundam. Goddamn. Well, in the words of Spike Spiegel, God, I love me a woman who will actually just fucking kill me. Lancer, I'm not putting that on a unit. That would get me banned instantly. I mean, she does technically have something spiky on her. Though, those are the tri-blades rather than anything fun. I mean, maybe that's your kind of definition of fun, I don't know. But yeah, this absolutely works. Like, this unit is surprisingly good. How the hell does this keep happening? How do I keep making bangers on accident when I'm intending to make shitpost units? This was meant as a joke. Why the hell is this unit good? But yeah, this absolutely works. And you know what? You might as well use the Arbiter ability to decrease enemy combat capabilities, since she is a dominatrix after all. Since that's what we're going with. Might as well give her the Arbiter stimulant to make the enemies weaker. Make them submissive, if you will. Let's see. I'm curious. What is there like a specific, reason for Nobel Gundam's name? Alan B has had a fucking enough. She's going to Alan beat your ass. Let's see. Named after the scientist Alfred Nobel, who invented dynamite, and then the namesake of the Nobel Prize. Ah, yeah. Huh. What if there's like a female, What if there's like a female, let's see, she heavily inspired by the Sailor Guardians from Sailor Moon. I mean, yeah, that one's pretty obvious. Specifically bears a stronger resemblance to Sailor Venus. I mean, the Sailor Moon girls do have like a power-up form that's called Eternal, so maybe I could just name this like Eternal Gundam. Like, is there a specific is there like a specific pose that I could use or like a specific transformation for like a Sailor Moon character that could be used as like a good pun name for this unit? Because I'm trying to think of a good. Oh, god damn it! The Sailor Venus even uses a whip. Wait, hang on. What's the name of the villain from Sailor Moon? Because like, there's that one like that evil like sailor girl, right? I think, aren't they like there's like the Sailor, like... Sailor Galaxia, that's it. The Guardian of Destruction and Ruler of Shadow Galaxia. I can't believe I'm researching Sailor Moon lore in order to give this Gundam an accurate name. Let's see. Let's see, Sailor Galaxia. Sailor Iron Mouse? No way, I didn't know fucking Iron Mouse was a Sailor Scout. Wait, hang on. I mean, I don't know, man. Personally, I'd sue. The one on the left is obviously Iron Mouse the VTuber, and then the one on the right is Sailor Iron Mouse. Huh. Well, they might not be an Iron Mouse, they might not be an Iron Mouse clone, but I think I just found Riley's new VTuber model. Baka Riley was a Sailor Scout the whole time. They were just using a different Sailor Scout's name. They were just using a different VTuber's name so nobody would catch on. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Iron Mouse, VTuber... I did do the comparison to Iron Mouse's first model, and there's not really any, like, mice similarity or anything involved there. Let's see, what are the other, Aluminum Siren, Lead Crow, Heavy Metal Papillion, absent in the 90s anime. Oh yeah, I can see why. She's just got a butterfly bra on. You can just flat out see the titties. Let's see. Titanium Kuroko, a Sailor Scout exclusive to the musicals. All right. Then there's the true Sailor Guardians. Phi, Chi, Leth, Mnemosyne, Buttress, huh. Like, I'm trying to think, but I'm guessing I guess I just call this Galaxia Gundam. Unless there's, like, some evil version of Sailor Moon that I'm not aware of. Yeah, I'm just gonna call this Gundam Galaxia. There we go. Alrighty, Gundam Galaxia is born. Now to get her somewhat decently upgraded, and then we could try her out in some actual missions. Let's see, the Nobel Gundam parts are already surprisingly highly upgraded. I'm just going to get these up to level 38, as that's the highest level cap prior to level 50, which is like the absolute max. Level 50 absolutely eats through your fucking Gunpla materials, so I'm not going to bother with that. Damn! Parts of all 4 just straight up upgrades that shit to fucking, like, max rarity fucking easily. I might as well just fucking do this, yeah. Screw it. And then some good parts for her to, some good units for her to steal abilities from you and you. Bop, 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 bop. Max ability, when a part reaches its max rarity, its inherent ability equipped slots will reach the max available capacity as well. Skills equipped to that part are upgraded to master skills. Other parts are also upgraded to their max rarity if any of those parts can activate into master skills. When a part without any skills equipped is upgraded to its max rarity, only its inherent ability equipped slots will be upgraded to max level. Huh. Neat. Skills Meister. Successfully upgraded a skill to master level. So now this is the master level Burning Finger. Does that mean skills that become master skills can be set to the EX skill tab or the op skill tab? Oh! Oh, see, so I could just use Burning Finger with literally any unit now. Huh. Neat. I didn't realize that's how that worked. Huh, go figure. Need more. God damn it, Lancer. Bop. And bop. Priority max. I don't know why I have so many O Gundam parts, but I just do. Trainwreck that was Concord. It was certainly a game that existed. That's really all you could say about it. It existed, the devs called everybody very mean and not nice games, which I mean, yeah, sure, granted a lot of the stereotypical gamers TM type don't really know about the actual difficulty behind making a real game, but I mean, you know, not really a good idea to insult your audience like that. Gotta go sell some MS parts. Like, see? That looks good.
Hello there. The kits are this way. Coming!
And the game just kind of like poofed out of existence. After it got like some of the lowest player numbers for a recent launch that people have seen on Steam in quite some time. I mean, it does make sense. Concordia, basically, from what I could tell, seemed just like an amalgamation of a bunch of other free games like CS:GO and Valorant and stuff like that. It was kind of like one of those like CS clone style games that was trying to cop from a lot of other competitors while simultaneously charging money for games that have typically been free in their genre. The Gollum game had a higher peak player count. Well, that's because Gollum was so bad people found it hilarious. Concordia was just bad in a very uninteresting way. Uninteresting to play way, rather. It was very interesting to watch it all go down, but it wasn't very fun to actually play Concordia. You know? I mean, it does make it honestly what happened to Concordia did ultimately make sense. They were going up into a relatively pre-established genre of like the CS:GO style games, where CS:GO and Valorant are usually like the only major competitors around. Plus, there's also the fact that they were free. Like, those games were free compared to Concordia, which charged money. So, you know, it's kind of like the writing was on the wall a bit, so to speak. I just feel bad for the poor devs, man, because something tells me that the lead dev kind of made the comments about gamers being entitled or whatever the hell comments he made, like, without talking to any of the other team members, and because of that, their project went up in flames.
Thank you very much.
Like, I just feel bad for those other team members, man, because that guy's gotta suck. Like, that's gotta suck having your team lead basically call your players shitheads and watching your game tank because of it.
Thank you very much.
Like, that has gotta hurt. At least in my opinion, it would anyway. Because honestly, those news media comments were kind of what sealed the game's fate, to a certain extent. Like, you know, it's not exactly a good idea to call your prime consumer base entitled. Like, that's just asking for trouble. Bap, 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 bap. What are the devs call? Oh, that's right. He called everyone criticizing the game talentless freaks. That's right. I remember the devs called the players something awful. I just didn't remember what they specifically called them. Now I remember.
This is the mission desk. Come
Guess I might as well do some quest farming then. Let's see. Might as well farm chapter 6 since that's gonna give me the most bang for my buck in terms of GP. I think anyway. Let's do. Which one of these stages do I not have all of the units starred on? Let's do this one, 27. I don't have the Strike Rouge completely built, so I might as well farm this one. Cause fuck it, why not? If I'm gonna farm, I may as well also farm for the parts that I'm missing. Neum.
Just try to keep up with me, okay?
Alrighty, Gundam Galaxia. Let's see how you fare in your first real mission.
Ooh, this one looks tough.
Okay, I think my parts might be a little bit under level for grinding in this spot, but yeah, whatever, it's fine. Actually, I'm gonna leave this mission and try one with a slightly lower. That's one dominating Gundam, indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna try one of the lower level missions that I still need to get parts for.
This is the mission coming.
Let's see. Let's do... Man, I really do have a lot of these kits maxed out, huh? Let's do this one. I don't have Perfect Strike maxed out. Neum.
Here we go.
Bap, bap, ba, bap. Bap, bap. Alright, we got the rage mode going. Yeah! Right? Oh wait, is there different music for different awakenings? Oh, there is. Huh, I never knew. Probably because I always end up using the offensive awakening. Get drilled, buddy!
This one looks tough.
Bang. Maybe I should use, like... I do have the whips, which are very good, like, ranged abilities, so maybe I should complement this build with, like, long rifles or something instead of the miniguns. Like, I feel like maybe some, like, graceful long rifles or something would fit well with this build. What do you guys think? Bam, 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 bam. This music bangs. Can't believe I didn't use this, this type of awakening before. Yeah, Gundam Galaxia, definitely another masterwork for me, gonna be honest. Like, I don't know how I keep doing it, but I keep making good units. Again, I have no clue how. I just have an idea, black out for a few minutes, I wake up and there it is. Honestly, that's just like whenever I make renders. I have an idea, black out for a few minutes, wake up and it's like, hang on, this is actually really good. What the hell happened? I don't really have a creative process. I just kind of go. Just fuck it, we ball. Ba-da-bap. Bang, bang. Beam hoops. Hit him with the slicey spinners. Like, yeah, this build slaps. Like, holy. Ba-da-bap. Alright, get him with that. Hit him with the Dragoon. Well, not the Dragoon, the Hyper Mode, rather.
Here it comes.
Get ready to get drilled, buddy! Burn!
Got you.
Pew! Yeah, honestly, this is a really good build. Like, she's got crazy range, oppressive as hell, solid options for getting in, like that's the interesting thing about the whip. The combos both get the enemy close, and then the last hits push them away. So I can easily combo most of the whip attacks into something like, say, the drill kick, or a shot from a long rifle, or the laser, or the waist high output beam cannon, or the burning finger, or basically anything.
Okay, next one.
Like, this unit combos into itself really damn well. Again, how do I keep making this happen? I have a bizarre knack for figuring out good unit compositions. I don't know why, it just happens. Like, by complete accident, I just keep coming up with good unit comps.
We won't back down.
Drill knee. Hit him with the drill knee. Bop, bop. Hell yeah. Man, Gundam Galaxia really is a force to be reckoned with. Like, she is cooking right now. Oh, that was the first time I cleared a mission with a whip. Go figure. First time clearing a fucking mission with a whip. And of course it was with the whip-centric build.
This is the Megamic welcoming.
Alright, let's see. Still don't have all the parts for Perfect Strike, but I don't want to farm the same mission over and over again, so let's do this one. Yeah, that's the thing that I love about this game, honestly. I just enjoy, like, just fucking around, putting together whatever parts I think work well together, and just kind of seeing what happens, you know? Just kind of basically just, like, slapping everything together, seeing what fits.
All right, here we go.
Watch my back. Let's go.
Gotta go walk 2 miles of work now. Understandable, Lancer. I will continue dominating the enemy in your stead. Bring that ass here, boy. Bird. And with a drill knee. Not a bap. Not a bap.
Can we really beat that thing?
We'll be fine, Tao. Quit being such a baby. Bap, 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 bap.
Back in business.
There we go. Get that out. Bonk.
Back in business. Bullseye.
Drill knee. Holy.
Yeah, stage complete.
Gundam Galaxia, forced to be reckoned with right here, ladies and gents. Like, holy. She is just absolutely kicking ass.
The best defense is a good offense.
Bap, bap. Can't guard against the drill kick. Oh, I just realized I'm doing like a ton of damage because the tri-blades are like a physical projectile that stick around in the world. So because of that, all of the enemies that I rope in with the whip AoEs are constantly getting hit by them when I throw them out. That's actually really cool tech. Bap, 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 bap. Nice try, Wing Gundam. Or Death Scythe Hell, rather. I see you, we all see you!
Oh, dang. That one's super strong.
Bap, bap. Get him with the drill. Like, goddamn. Like, quite honestly, I don't really even need the arm anchor if I wanted to get rid of it. Like, if I just wanted to get rid of the arm anchor to keep the design a little bit simpler, I totally could. Like, I'm gonna hang on to it anyway because having a grapple ability is useful, but I mean, that's like a last resort option if they're out of my range, because I got like the whips and everything that'll just drag them in towards me.
Oh man, here they come.
Oh well, this is an unintentionally fitting mission considering the base of my unit is Nobel Gundam. Time to beat the shit out of the Shuffle Alliance. Sorry, Domon, you rejected Allenby the first time. Now she's out for blood. This is what you get for rejecting her love, Domon. You get murdered. Less than a minute. God damn.
Mission cleared.
God damn. So let's see, are there better long rifles that I could use? There are the twin buster rifles, though I don't really think those are too necessary. That's an SD Gundam weapon. Sniper rifle doesn't really seem to make much sense. Smoothbore, no. The Sig Maxis rifle could actually look pretty cool in white. There's, of course, the classic Atlas Gundam rail cannon. I'm actually gonna do the Mega Beam rifles from V2. I just like how they look, and the default colors do match up nicely with Nobel. Ba-da-bap. Alright, that's one Mega Beam rifle upgraded. And there's the other one. Ba-da-bap, bap, bap. Actually, since I'm not really using the Mega Beam Shield for anything major, I may as well just use one of the shields that I already have. I already got fully upgraded. And then we could just put a fucking... What's the name of it? It's not the GN field generator, it's the I field generator. There it is. Move it back a bit. There we go. There we go. Now we got a full. Now we got full skill slots. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I might as well keep streaming until I get enough parts to get this baby fully upgraded.
This is the coming!
Hey, Arctic. Look pretty goddamn precious over there. Wow, how dare. How heckin' dare. Yum.
Alright, it's go time!
Bap, bap, bap. Bap, bap. Drill knee. Bap. All right, get that up. Nice, nice, nice. All right, Shiranui Akatsuki. Let's get him. Bap.
Yeah! Stage complete!
Bam, bam, bam. Just gonna shoot him a little bit, then we go in. Drill. Pew.
Here it comes!
Get your ass back here, boy. Get him with that. Get him with the railgun. Send out the dragoons. Actually, if the Gundam, the whole lore is that Gundam Galaxy here is a Dom, would that make, like a dominatrix? Would that make the dragoons that she sends out to attack enemies the subs?
Strong enemy incoming! Watch out!
Like this is a valid question because they are separate autonomous weapons that do her bidding. Therefore, is it appropriate to call them subs? It's an important question. Yep. All right. Consensus so far. One for yes. Are there any other objections to calling the funnels subs?
We can beat these guys if we work together! What?
Oi! What? What was happening to the? What was happening to the fucking gold frame there? It was being ripped out of the fabric of reality. Bam, bam. Might as well see if there's anything new in the shop real quick.
Welcome to the shop. The kits are this way.
Anything at all? Doesn't up. The only reason I'm getting more of the mobile doll May parts is because I used up some of them when I was making the Lincarnation parts.
This is them coming.
Still, Perfect Strike Gundam's still not complete yet, huh? Off we go. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam.
Let's do this.
Watch my back. Let's go.
Bam, bam, bam. All right. Alright, now this one I kind of want to get up a bit of a combo score first before attacking the boss, seeing as that's the one whose parts I need to farm. Alright, get the Berserker system online. There we go. Bap. And then with that, drill knee. Well, drill heal rather.
Heads up. Here comes the enemy ace.
Bap, bap. Get your ass back here. You can't run. Go. Get them, my subs. Go, subs. Get them.
That should do it?
I don't know why, but looking at this character, I'm just being reminded of the fucking Queen, the lines of fucking Queen from Deltarune Chapter 2. Just, you asked Berdly to be on your team? I did not ask him, I did not ask him, I did not ask him.
Watch my back. Let's go.
Go ahead and choose. Would you like to perish under horrific agony, or flourish under the hellish rain of my bosom? Bosom? It means titty. I know what it means. I don't know why, but recently I was watching Salty DK Dan replay through Deltarune Chapter 2 again. I don't know, maybe I'm just really hyped for Chapters 3 and 4 to eventually come out. Because for those of you that don't know, the reason it's taken so long for another chapter of Deltarune to release is because Toby is doing a thing where he's releasing Chapters 3 and 4 at the same time. Since by that point, Deltarune is going to be moving to a paid release, which is totally understandable. I mean, after all, he and the team have already put like so much effort into Chapters 1 and 2 as it is. It makes sense that they'd move the game to a full release at that point. It seems like at the moment they're working on like just the final translations for Chapter 3, and he's got like a rough game outline of Chapter 4 from what I heard. Which is good. I'm glad to see that he's making progress. It's honestly impressive everything Toby Fox has been able to do. I mean, after all, he's a busy guy. He's like the popular indie creator of the era, you know? You know how, like, in, back when, like, indie games were first flourishing, creators like Edmund McMillen were essentially, like, people wanted, like, Edmund McMillen on, like, everything to say that they worked with a popular indie creator? Toby Fox is basically the modern-day equivalent of Edmund McMillen. He's, like, the indie creator, you know? He's the shit. He made Undertale. That game's crazy popular. He made Deltarune. That game is also crazy popular. He composed music for Pokemon, which was actually really, really, really damn good. Like, holy shit, the Toby Fox tracks in Scarlet and Violet are absolute bangers. Like, you know, he's the guy. He's doing all that cool shit. Bullshit, we want to do stuff with him. So the fact that he's still finding time despite this like super busy schedule of being like the indie creator around to still work on Deltarune is honestly impressive. Like, if you read the regular Undertale newsletters, they've got like sprite art and everything in them. Like, it's clear that the dude loves what he does, and from one game developer to another, honestly, more power to him, man. And he's reminding everybody what games should be. Holy shit, I cleared that in 43 seconds. Mother of God. Let's see, do I have enough parts to finish up the upgrading for Galaxia? Let's see. Bap, bada, bap. I mean, not enough, but it's pretty damn close. Oh, wow, hey, look, this one came with attack power up for right whip and left whip. Nice. But there we have it. That is Gundam Galaxia almost entirely complete. Well, actually, pretty much entirely complete. Honestly, I really love how this turned out. Like, this is a really cool mobile suit. At least in my opinion, anyway. She came together rather nicely, I must say. Probably some of my best work right up there with Ferrum Lepus. Let's see. The custom pose I'm on currently is Awaken Pose 22. I wonder, are there any more dominant ones? Let's see. Ooh, that one actually is... That one's perfect for her. Alrighty. Actually, real quick, while I'm in here, I might as well apply all the decals that I can after all. Gotta make sure she looks truly complete. You know how it is. Ah, these ones don't come with any decals. Alright. There we go. Perfect. Did that mark on the band of the leg? No, that's always been there. Alright. I guess I'm just paranoid. Eh, whatever. But yeah. There we go. The creative process at work once again. Hey, Turbo Scout, thank you for the follow. I super appreciate it. Unfortunately, you have come in just at the tail end of the stream. I am just about to wrap up here. But thank you so much for the follow. Super appreciate it. Hope you're having a great night. But yeah. Let's go ahead and find someone to raid, shall we? Let's see, who should we raid tonight? Let's go raid Riley, why not? Yeah, so the raid message, let's do... The Beam Brigade made the Sailor Moon Gundam into a dominatrix by giving her drill heels and whips. It's Riley, I'm sure they'll understand. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all so very much for watching. Super appreciate it. Friday night's going to be the nostalgia night. We are going to be watching some more of Kamen Rider builds, so if you're excited, make sure to hang out for that. And, yeah. Join the Discord if you want to be part of the pre-aforementioned Nostalgia Night. ! Discord in chat. And, yeah. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Super appreciate it. And other than that, I'll see you all next week. Bye!